At the age of 20, I was in a terrible car accident, and in which my brain swelled up and my level of consciousness dropped until I was in what's called a level 2 coma on the Los Amigos scale of coma. And as the swelling slowly went down in my brain over a period of 4 to 5 years, I slowly regained consciousness, spending approximately 4 to 6 months living in each level of consciousness on the scale of coma, waking up. The Urantia Book's been a really big part of my life. While I was in the coma, actually, it was interesting because as I was laying there, and the more, it was as if my soul had retracted into the back of my body, and I could see my body from the inside out, and everyone and everything looked and appeared really far away. And I could see and hear people walking around me saying, "I love you," and "I miss you," and things like that. But it was like watching them on a movie screen, you know. They were too far away. And but the interesting thing that happened is so I spent all these years inside myself and with God. And my thought adjuster and my guidance started becoming more strong, to a point where people would come to me and they would ask me questions, even though I may not be able to respond. And I was actually hearing answers. I feel really blessed now that I've come back to life, because I realize now that I got to spend years and years in God's womb, you know, and where for years and years it was just me and God and my thoughts, and clearing out the different levels of consciousness in my being. And in that time, I formed a really close relationship with God, and He became my best friend. I was blessed in a really beautiful and unique situation where I always knew and believed that we have the power within ourselves to heal ourselves of anything, and that God is inside of us, you know. And from birth, my parents helped me to develop my own personal relationship with God inside. And so when this experience happened, and I was in the coma, and it was just me and God all those years, I had already been working on developing a personal relationship with Him up to this point. And so I knew to turn to Him right away. And anytime I had a question or concern while I was struggling to come back to life, I would just talk to God about it, and He would walk me through. To tell you the truth, the one thing that I wish more than anything now is being back. I see people striving to find that peace inside, and to know how to connect with God, or even if there is a God. And I don't want them to struggle anymore, you know. I just want them to see and to know and to feel what I feel and know inside.